I may not be cured, but I will be well. It's an important mindset adjustment that's really healthy. It's a good approach because what that means is that we never know in some of us who do know that MS changes, and sometimes it's stable, sometimes it's unstable, and that we have to stay positive, make adjustments, realize, acknowledge that maybe their cure is coming. I'm not going to say no to that, but I'm saying that for the time being and for my purpose, I recommend and I live by I may not be cured. I am making adjustments and I am well. Just share some things that I've been doing. Just kind of review. Anyway, recently I had my gallbladder taken out, and that make just I have to more urgency when I have to use the bathroom. But I stopped taking biotin for a while, and I thought, oh well, that helped me with my bladder urgency, and I remember it helped with bowel control too. So I started taking biotin again. Again, this is how I do it. I know they recommend 100 milligrams, not micrograms, 100 milligrams 3 times a day. There's all these recommendations, but I'm kind of rogue. I do my own thing. So I buy biotin. It's a pure biotin. I keep it in a little container. It's powder. It's this little spoonful, like a pea size. Should be about 100 milligrams. Recommendations for biotin are 100 milligrams 3 times a day. They sell it in pill form. The biotin information was released in 2015. I started in 2015, off and on since 2015. I stopped for a while, but I know it helps with bowel and bladder control. Right now I'm using it for both urgency. So I don't follow their guidelines. I kind of do my own thing. I use it as needed. I take a pea-sized powderful and I put it under my tongue, and it goes sublingual, and then it absorbs. Then I'll swish some water in my mouth and I'll swallow it. It helps with bowel and bladder control. So that's the biotin. That's what I do, and I only use it as needed. Okay, that's the way. For a bladder urgency, I also take Investicare, 5 milligrams. You can take it as directed, but the way I do it is I have a pill splitter. It'll split them in half or in quarters. Sometimes what I do is if I have to go, I'm feeling a lot of urgency, or like let's say I'm get caught someplace and I'm having a lot of urgency someplace public. Usually I do it beforehand. I'll just bite it and just kind of let it dissolve in my mouth, and that helps control the urgency. It's absorbed faster. Again, this is what I do, not recommendations. This is just the way I do it. So I take the biotin and the Vesicare crush split for bowel and bladder control. I've talked about Tiger Balm before. I think it could be Tiger Balm, anything that relaxes your muscles. I know, a long time ago I went to a seminar, and after 2 hours, the big thing was that the doctor said, men, when you have to go to the bathroom to urinate, you're gonna have to sit down and then push down on your bladder and then kind of go forward like that and empty out your bladder. I thought, oh man, I waited like 3 hours for that. He said a lot of other good stuff. Real good guy too, But anyhow, I did use that for a long time. But anyhow, what I found recently too is I just use Tiger Balm, but it can be Tiger Balm, any kind of muscle relaxant. Just rub it right there between your navel and your pelvis area, and that helps relieve the bladder spasm. I found in my experience that I can avoid more efficiently and empty out my bladder if I have to sit down and do that too much. But I really don't find that necessary. So that's with relaxing the muscles in the abdomen to help you void, maybe even defecate too. So that, we take all these medications. I'm on a disease modifying drug. I've been on it since 95 or something. I'm presently on Ocrevus. But anyhow, I have a lot of foot pain. My foot spasms constantly. It's like chronic spasm on the plantar surface of my foot. I don't take a lot of oral pills. I try to take it easy on my kidneys and my liver. But anyhow, Tiger Balm again. These are patches. There's about 5 or 6 on here. Get them on eBay. Put a patch on the bottom. It helps. It really helps. Relieves the pain. I'm real comfortable with that. I do that. Real expensive. Really expensive. Rub it all over your foot. That helps too. But I'm using this Tiger Balm patches. Cheaper. For pain, I also use CBD. It's homemade CBD. Buy it too, a container, either way. There's all kinds of CBD out there. Just rub it on, it helps with the pain. I don't really use a lot of CBD, but I have it in case I need it, if I need it. This is also CBD. It's a liquid form. We're close to Humboldt, so somebody made me some. It's a dropper. Sometimes if my body's just feeling achy, really uncomfortable, I need to sleep or something, I'll just do a couple of drops, CBD. I don't really see where I've never really experienced any psychoactive effects, like THC, where you kind of go into a real mellow state and things start getting all excited. I don't do that. CBD doesn't do that. My wife, she's about aromatherapy. So this is a lavender. Smells good, helps relax. Good stuff. Maybe that'll help somebody. Having a good year. It's 2020. Oh yeah, another thing that I tried is I took a laughter therapy class on the internet. It's Udemy, Udemy. Anyhow, the guy's really cool. I saw him. I thought, oh, that guy's silly, man. He's really goofy. I don't know if I want to do that, but anyhow, I checked it out. But anyhow, the guy talks, these yoga laughter, they talk, there's a lot of psych there, he talks about going back and releasing your inner child, and he acknowledges that not everybody had a good childhood, and, but we want to go back there and feel our inner child. Then I'll start off with some clapping and some movement, and then he'll say, okay, today we're just going to laugh at something in our life, something serious, and he says, even if you don't feel that, just do it. So he'll start off with different things, but in this case, I'm going to use Aloha because I really like that. It goes, Aloha, Aloha. I know it sounds really goofy, but I feel it. It's getting better. The more I practice it, I'm feeling like aloha, and it's good for, again, it's one of those things like good breathing, good stimulates your heart, stimulates and releases and all these hormones in your body, endorphins and kepins, diorphins. There's probably, laughter therapy is really important. Feeling good, releasing those hormones, it's really important. I once read a paper where they said, guess how many times does an adult or does a child laugh a day? This paper said 200 to 300 times a day. And guess how many times a day do adults laugh? Well, I think if you're lucky, about 7 or 8, but the paper said about 12. It's important to engage in feeling good about ourselves. It's healthy. It's 2020, January, having a good year. if you just starting off with MS or if you had it for a long time, either way, we know we can manage this. It's been a long time. It's doable. We're here for each other. Have a great day. Namaste. This is George from California. I always say, because my mom always used to say, just for today, take care and be well one day at a time. We get through these tough times. And then we get through them again. Aloha.